Okay, here's a quick video on how to import live data into a Google spreadsheet. So what you can see here is I've set up my spreadsheet. I've already decided on the two stocks that I want to follow, Warehouse and the Port of Tauranga. But you can find your stocks by using this website called Google Finance, which is google.com/finance. So this is how I found them. So let's just say it's wanted to find the Warehouse. Oops. Okay, and we can see down here W8 Warehouse Group, and you can see over here it says NZE, that's New Zealand Exchange. These names here tell you which exchange it sits on. It's not the NASDAQ, which is in America. This is Tokyo. So you can have any exchange, any stocks that you like, but don't forget you're trading in New Zealand dollars. So if you buy a Tokyo stock, you've got to change your Tokyo. You got to purchase in your Japanese yen. So there's a whole kind of different thing going on there. But let's say here's the Warehouse Group, so you can click on that, so you can do some research about how you think your stock is doing. Over here you can see that it's lost 0.97% yesterday. You can use these files over here to see if you think it's a good investment. So let's look at 1 year. Basically, as you can see, that's a downward trend there, but that might be worth some research. You might think, even though it's losing money, if you did some research, you might think it's good to get at the bottom of a cycle because it might be improving. So that's how we do all that kind of stuff. So Warehouse Group, can you see here? Here's the stock code NZE, tells you what exchange is on, and that's the stock code on the exchange. So it's NZE :WHS, and we're going to use that back over here. So you can see here, I've got my stocks. I've written in here Warehouse and Port of Tauranga, and you can see in here are the codes. I haven't put the colon in. I will do. I hope it won't mess up. No, it shouldn't do. There we go. So I'm going to put the colons in, so it tells us what the stock code is. Now what we want to try and do is get today's price. Today's price will always change, and we're going to put the purchase price in. So what I've gone to do is I'm going to fill this out and show you how we're going to make this work. And you can have as many stocks as you like with inside the budget that you've been allocated. And the important thing is to get live data into here, so you can actually don't have to keep going all over the internet. Just use this thing. So come back to here. This is the NZX page. So every stock market's got a live page of prices. Obviously, as I'm doing this, the New Zealand Stock Exchange is not open, so all these say 0. But if this was after 9 o'clock when trading starts in the morning until I think it's 5 when they stop, you would see these figures change. So your figures would change throughout the day. So the board at the moment is static, and I want to get all this data into my spreadsheet. So the way I do that is I come back to here. Can you see down the bottom here I've got a new tab called NZX. So if I wanted the New York Stock Exchange, I'd have one called NYE. If I wanted NASDAQ, I'd have different tabs for different pages, and I'll show you how I'm going to make this work. So the first thing we want to do is we want to import that table. So from the top right hand corner here, I'm going to write a formula. You should be able to see this now. So what I want is the main address. So I'm going to click that and just copy that address. Command C. So come back to here. Now I want to make a formula, and the formula we're doing is here. Equals import HTML, and then we're going to open brackets. And it starts to help you what you're going to do. Now the important thing to notice here, can you see it's got inverted, it's got speech marks here, and what you're saying here is this is the web address of the page you want to import. Then you're saying what you want the Google to look for, in this case a table, again inside quotes, and then there's a number, and that denotes the table number on the page in code, and I'll show you how to do that. So we come back to here, close this, so import HTML, so it's open double quotes, paste the web address, close double quotes, bracket, open double quotes, table, because we know what table it is, close quotes, comma, and in this case it's table 1, and I'll show you how to work out table 1, and then close brackets, and I'm going to hit return. And now all of a sudden, whoops, oh, just delete Auckland International, there we go. I've now got on my stock page a live link to the New Zealand Stock Exchange. So here's my stuff, and I will show you how to do that right now. So come on to here. What I want to know on here is there's all this information over which table how do I know where the table is on the page? And it's really simple. If you click over here and come into developer, this is in Firefox, but what you're looking for all the time is tools, and you're looking for page source. If we click on page source, and I want to use the find function, so I'm going to do Command F, and I want to find the word table. Okay, so I want it to just go to the next one. There we go, it's found this table here, it's the first one. See down here it says match 1 of 1, so I know that's the first table on the page. Let me just check, and it's got stuff like Auckland International Airport, blah blah blah. That's good, so I know that's table 1, but it might be table 3 or the third table on the page, and that's what the number changes. So it could be, instead of me putting 1, it could be 3. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. You can experiment with that. So now I want to change ends. I want to get this information. So we know down here, for example, my purchase price, as I'm starting this today, is the warehouse at $3.07. So my purchase price is 3.07. Okay, we know that it's fixed. There's no formula needed there. And if we come down to here, let's go back down. Port of Tauranga pot is $16.10. So the purchase price is $16.10. So I'm just typing that in manually. But now I want to get the live price. So what I want to do now is click on equals, and I want to get the sell value of the warehouse. So click on equals NZX, and go to WHS, there, and then enter. And now it's put through that value, and that's the value that's going to change. So you can see that as that changes, you can add in your today's price. So Port of Tauranga, do the same thing. Equals NZX pot, where is it? 1610, return. Right, so now every time this changes at the end of trading on a particular day, you can put your values in, or if you want to be more granular than that, you can actually track how something does during the day. So you might have a column that says Monday, and you're checking at 9, 12 and 3 and getting 3 different values of price. But then you're going to need to set up a formula that allows you to actually see how much profit you're making, and you're going to have to start tracking this. And the challenge is to see who makes most money. I'm not going to show you how to work out all that. I want you to work out your formulas, but that's how you get live data in from the net. So hopefully that's going to help you to actually solve this problem.